Hey everyone, my name is Karen Iwachow, and here you're actually watching me draw. I am the environmental technician and land manager for TLC, the Land Conservancy of BC, and this is Passport to Nature's Nature Journaling Series Part 3. This last part is to give you a few exercises to play with as you start or continue your nature journaling adventure. Before we explore these, let me just tell you who TLC is. The Land Conservancy of BC is a nonprofit charitable land trust working throughout British Columbia. TLC protects important habitat for plants, animals, natural communities, as well as properties with historical, cultural, scientific, scenic, or compatible recreational values. So if you're curious about the history and learning some tricks on how to draw what you see, please check out Nature Journaling Part 1 and 2. So here you're watching me create what I call the classic. So this is what many field technicians, biologists, naturalists, and enthusiasts do to get familiar with the landscape. So this is typical. You would create a page that has the name of the place, when you were there visiting, and where it is. Actually here I didn't indicate where Susquehanna is. I'll add that in later. It's in the Gulf Islands, just off the coast of Sydney on Vancouver Island. It's actually a really wonderful project that TLC is working on with the Oceanic Leadership Council, and I highly encourage you to learn more about it. Go to our website. So continuing on, so I included a map here and a few key characteristics that I experienced on my visit that resonated with me. So things like some interesting facts I learned about chocolate lilies, which was super mind-blowing. Their bulbs actually have rings, like growth rings, the way trees have growth rings. So Susquehanna is a place that hasn't seen deer, so these plants are actually able to grow more than a couple of years before they get mowed down. So Dr. Tara Martin was actually showing me these chocolate lilies were about 80 years old, which is really, really cool to know. So in your page, your classic page there, anything can be included, but the key is to identify the place, the time, so say you were there in the summer, what the weather was like, and those interesting characteristics that you notice that resonate with you. So next is something I saw someone post on Facebook, on a nature journaling page actually, but I thought this would be really fun, particularly if you can't decide on what to do. So first you block down some boxes of colors, just randomly pick some colors, and then fill in those boxes with drawings or writing, which I didn't do here. I just did some drawings, but just as an example. But so when you're out in the field or wherever you are, look at your box and find something that's around you that is a corresponding color. So for example, I have a red box there, which I drew a red squirrel in, or the brown box for a bear. Hopefully if you're seeing a bear, you got a safe distance. But this is just a really fun, just really quick, easy exercise to just get those creative juices going. So give that one a try. So here is something that's called sound mapping. This is a really fun and grounding exercise. I really like it. So in here, I made a drawing to represent me. So this is a deer with some big ears because this is a listening game, so you're listening hard. Sit at your spot in nature or wherever you are and listen. And notice what direction you're hearing it from. Say there's a Swainson's thrush behind your shoulder singing, or in the southeast direction. Draw the bird, or if you don't know what bird it is, just label it bird. I made a squiggly line that represents the song that they make, if it was represented in like a line frequency. Maybe you hear a babbling brook over your other shoulder. Write that down. Draw it. Whatever pleases you to turn that into something on paper. It's fun because you think that you've heard everything in the first minute, but the more you listen, the more you notice. I like doing this with friends because then you can compare what everyone's heard, or something you can do just to relax and kick back. Give it a try. So I got one last exercise to share with you, and this one is a writing or reflection exercise. The raccoon, your forest friend there, is giving you 3 prompts to think about and write about. Not in any order necessarily, even actually, but place to start. I notice. Make observations. What are you seeing? What are you hearing, maybe? My camera ran out of space, so I didn't get to show you, but those yellow little dots turn into bees. So my example was, say I noticed the bees bumbling from flower to flower. That leads me to my next prompt. I wonder, ask a question. Maybe I'm wondering where those bees are going. Where do they live? Are they in a hive with their friends, or do they burrow in the ground, by themselves? Think about, what it reminds you of. Make some of those connections. Helps, build memory and understanding. So the bees in my garden remind me of a time I was hiking in the Alpine late in the summer, and it was really quiet, and the only thing I can hear was the buzz and the hum of those bees and other pollinators over those mountain alpine flowers. Try it out! And that's all I have for you today. I hope these exercises give you some inspiration to get out and journal. Thank you for joining, and happy trails.